Yoshi, you're not supposed to be there. No. I was a little confused. I was like, see on my screen. Alright. It's Genshin time. Primary thing we're focusing on Genshin is there's a new event. I mean, I am gonna do, like, my usual shtick. But, yeah, we're gonna do this real quick. And also show you guys some of what I've been doing in Genshin off stream, essentially. Also, while I'm at it, my headphones. So my headphones are so tangled and everything that it, like, messes with stuff. So that was a weird sound. Yeah, so I'm only hearing audio in one ear. So hopefully it doesn't sound weird to you guys. Because I need to get some new headphones at some point. Nobody has gotten to, nobody's gotten to the proper level, or the new friendship level. So, nothing new going on there. Kokomi, we'll talk about Kokomi here. Also, yes, I was supposed to stream this earlier today to show off the event, but, a little worried about stuff, so I was like... But I don't think this is going to be too terribly long, because like I said, I want to focus on getting some other stuff done today too, before like I go to sleep, so... Hey, Aloy got to level 7, sweet. Let's get this fixed. Alright. Is Danganronpa thing? Yeah, Danganronpa S, correct. Just checking my money. Yeah, okay. So I got a ridiculous amount of money, but we'll worry about that in a bit. Oh god, the boar is after me! Did that come out? No. We already talked about that. We said it was in December 3rd, 2021. They announced that release date like ages ago. Jesus, dude, that guy was airborne. Oh, good. I mean, I don't pay attention to release dates at all either. I just know that it was said December. That people just gotta put in my brain that it's at that point. Why does this sound weird to me? Alright. Then I need to still use Zoimia because they're shield guys. Shield guys are terrible to go up against, I swear. Yeah, regarding the event though, it's right here. So... So many rewards, so many rewards. Hey, what up, Sparks? Sparks, did you watch the highlights? Let's regular arrows, we can fight these guys. Good old fire slime. Endlessly staying alive. Endlessly staying alive. Gotcha. Yeah, this event is supposed to be pretty long, so it's gonna be happening for a while, but we'll see what it happens and how it all goes. Event quests like this usually don't last too long, but we'll see. And we still have Kokomi's event quest, or story quest to do. We'll do that later. Does audio sound alright to you guys, by the way? Because I'm It just sounds weird in my headphones, so I just don't know if it's just me or something else. Just double check this. It's all looking the same, so might just be my headphones. Audio sounds good to you? Just gonna refresh it for me. Now it sounds better. I think I just had it as a different tone or something. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys what the Kit Boy's been working on.
Add Astra.
Afterthought. The commissions.
Add Astra.
Okay. Sorry. Was there still expedition rewards? No, there wasn't. Alright, I was like, what? Why is it still saying expedition rewards? Glitch. Gotcha. Okay. Let's do... okay. I'm gonna use up some resin first. And I'm not gonna use this resin first. I just realized what I need to... okay. That's not what I wanted to do.
I'll watch your back.
Sarah...
I will lead us to victory.
Aloy.
I'm Aloy. Ready for the hunt. We'll need a strategy.
Okay. Sure. It was always open.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
You be doing damage. Definitely do this.
How unbecoming.
Oh fuck.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. You've got a trick.
Man, he just said not bad like 20 times. Alright, now we're using the...
All you do is run.
All you do is run. No, dude, I don't run.
Something else catch your eye?
Damn. Nice shots.
Raging tide. No use hiding back
There we
there.
go. Got it. Thing you feel that you feel hypocritical on? Okay. You.
I taste blood. Get back!
Got it. Easy. Getting this done, so now we don't have to worry about resin for a fair bit. Sweet. Alright. Then that's gonna take me, so hold on, that's gonna be to 130. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I was doing things proper. So, let us go do 1 for the foodies, 2 for the show. Let's start this event. Because it's event time. Let's go switch to Yoimiya. Because
Are you going to hold
else? Let's go start this up. This is Xiangling, who we haven't seen in fucking ages.
Hey, guess who's here?
Right about you.
Oh, no way! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Ah, traveler,
Long time no see.
welcome. Good to see you. What can I get for you?
What's up, Chef Mal? We've been at Inazuma.
Blackback perch stew!
All right, blackback perch stew it is. Make yourselves at home. It'll be right out for you in just a moment.
Thanks, Chef Mal!
Alright.
I was just thinking about you guys, and now you're here. It feels like you heard my call and came running. You mean
Been
you were
literal
about to come
a
looking
year.
for us?
Been a year since we've seen
There's
Xiangling.
something I want to discuss with you guys. Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here? Everyone's getting ready for the Moon Chase Festival.
So that's what it's called.
Chase Festival? Is that another one of Liyue's ancient traditions?
That apparently happens now every other
That's
year.
right! Moon Chase is a big festival where we celebrate the arrival of the fall by moonlight. The old folks say that thousands of years ago, this was the time of the year when the Adepti would seek the way. But
Okay.
it's completely different nowadays. We eat our favorite foods, spend time with friends and relatives, enjoy the moon
see a
and
book.
the flowers. So much easier. Basically, we just do all the things that people like doing and don't take a whole lot of effort.
Fair.
Sounds like Paimon's kind of festival. With your great taste in food, Moon Chase Festival is sure to be to your liking.
Sorry, Paimon has
Hey,
taste?
if you got a problem with Paimon's taste, just spit it out.
You do.
So are you guys free these days? I'm taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs. If possible, I'd like you to be my culinary consultants.
That's right. Getting some suggestions from friends will broaden your horizons.
Oh, and all of her
Masterful
weird
chefs,
foods,
huh?
though.
So is that like a competition?
Masterful chefs, aka Master Chef. Gosh, it's Master Chef.
Right, yeah. I guess you probably haven't
Reference.
heard about it before.
Okay.
Every year, Moon Chase Festival has a different theme, usually picked by the Keqing. This year's theme is Feast of the Bounteous Land, so the Keqing decided to organize a cooking competition.
Cool.
Feast of the Bounteous Land. Pretty much sums up what Liyue is all about. Great theme.
I get the feeling Keqing just wants to eat Jingling's food.
I totally agree. I heard it was Ningguang that came up with it. She's
Doubtful.
so amazing and so full of mystery.
What do you need us to do?
Well, I want to take part in the competition, but coming up with new dishes is hard work. By the time you finally thought of something, cooked it, taste tested it, it can be hard to judge whether you're really into something or not.
Well, you are a Master
So,
Chef.
I was thinking I could get the two of you to help by gathering everyone's thoughts on what makes a great dish. I really want to think outside the box this time. And to do that, I'm going to need lots of different ideas from lots of different people.
Wants to think outside the box, and yet this is the girl that uses all of the strangest ingredients. Okay.
This'll be a piece of cake. We've got friends from all over the map, haven't we?
Yeah, we certainly don't like contacts.
You sound pretty confident.
Know a lot of people.
Well, you know, not to brag or anything.
We know
But
all the
first
people.
things first, let's have a delicious one-man meal. After that, we can go around to all of our friends in Liyue and get their ideas one by one.
Hooray!
Okay, great. Also, Golba should be back soon, so we can all go together.
Here's your black-back perch stew, folks.
Yay!
It smells so good.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
It's my pleasure.
Wish you looked a little bit different, because you're a unique NPC. That's
That
very
was
important to
so
story a lot of the time.
delicious. Theory confirmed. This is definitely chili pepper weather.
Xiangling can be a bit of a handful, so please look out for her while you're out and about.
We know,
Come on, Dad. Why would you say that?
because it's true.
Because I know you all too well, my dear. That's why. You mustn't be quite so reckless when you're out in the wild, you understand? You do well to be a little more cautious, like our traveler friend.
Hell yeah,
Don't
exactly.
worry. We're all friends here. Let's all look out for each other.
Exactly.
And Guoma's back. Roly pulling around as usual.
The first time I think we see
Let's
Goba.
pack up and head out.
No, never mind. We don't see Goba. 1 for the foodies, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and the Goba to go. Yeah! Alright, friends. Look for some friends to chat with in the city. Let's see. We're probably gonna find Chong Yun. We're gonna find Xing Sha. Probably Hu Tao. It's Hu Tao. It's one of the best girls in the game. Let's go. We get to see her again.
Outside the box thinking that we're looking for, right? Hu Tao always seems to have a unique perspective.
Oh, Hu Tao, my
So
favorite.
let's make this our first stop. What? My ears are burning. Did somebody say my name? Yeah, it's Paimon and the Traveler. Oh, and Xiangling, too.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, Hu Tao. way, way outside the box.
Meaning you're here for some other reason, right? How might I be of assistance?
Well, Hu Tao, I wanted to ask you, what kind of food do you like?
What food I like? Off the top of my head, I don't really have an answer.
These are just amazing. Sorry, Hu Tao is one of my favorites.
Wow.
He's a good
So even Hu Tao gets lost for words sometimes.
Hu Tao
sure didn't
is
see that
missing.
coming.
Come
for it,
on,
for it.
even the chirpiest birds clock out for the night, right? I'm no different.
Pretty sure clocking out isn't something birds do, but
They do have to
okay.
sleep. Birds are birds. Oh, it's just sweet. It's okay, Hu Tao.
There's no
Hey,
need
there's
to
Goba!
overcomplicate it.
Goba's just
Just
looking at
pick a dish
random
and
things.
tell me what you like about it. I'm doing some market research.
I see. Launching a new dish? Well, let me say right off the bat, nothing weird, okay? Some poached fish, a side of shrimp dumplings. That is all you need.
Poached fish and shrimp dumplings. That's a bit ordinary, isn't it?
Well, it is and it isn't. Think about it. Poached fish is hot and spicy with a powerful aroma. It's a dynamic dish. Add a side of shrimp dumplings, and there's your static component. Got it?
He's
Dynamic?
kind of right, honestly.
Oh, I can do dynamic. Mushroom slime stew it.
No, not that kind of dynamic. A dish is more than substance.
She's so afraid.
It's a mood. Poached fish is red and spicy. It elicits a response from the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. That's why I call it dynamic.
Yeah, Hu Tao's not wrong.
Shrimp
Really not.
dumplings are more subdued, clear and smooth with a pure and subtle fragrance. I call that static. Combining dynamic and static is how you create a perfectly balanced meal. A union between opposite but complementary features coexisting in perfect harmony.
That's fair.
Oh,
I followed that.
Follow that at all. But at the same time, it kind of sounded smart, so...
True.
Okay, dynamic and static. Opposite, but complementary.
Which makes sense.
So is this just
Hey,
another
there's
way of
Koba.
saying you should keep everything balanced?
Goba's just
You know,
walking
a little
around.
meat, a little veggie,
checking
a
out
little
everything.
salt, a little sugar.
Bingo! Except I don't think you need to have a sweet dish for it to be a complete meal. Personally, I always skip dessert.
I wonder why.
Okay,
You're totally not a
I
pyro
think I
user.
got it. At first I thought you were just goofing around, but actually you make a really good point.
Yeah, Hu Tao and you
How
are
did
friends.
I ever doubt you, Hu Tao? Thanks. When it comes to telling tales, the storytellers have got nothing on Hu Tao.
Also fair.
Sounds suspiciously like a compliment to me. I'll take it. Uh-huh.
Sure.
Well, at least one of you gets it.
True.
Everything in this world runs on its own set of principles, be it the circle of life or sugar and spice. You either get it or you don't.
Since the Traveler seems to approve, I'll make sure to factor it in. Paimon thinks we're pretty much done here now. Let's head to Boo Boo Pharmacy next.
Oh my gosh, are we
Boo Boo
gonna talk to
Pharmacy?
Chi-Chi?
Yeah, you'll definitely get some interesting responses over there.
She hates Boo Boo Pharmacy because of Chi-Chi. Oh, poor Chi-Chi. Still, we've not really... I mean, we're probably going to learn about cocoa goat milk, I guess. Again. But, you know. Also, I love the fact that my entire party is characters from Inazuma, except for Aloy, who is just a traveler similar to the Traveler. So... Everyone's like, man, what are these Inazuma people running around here for? I thought Inazuma was a closed-off nation. Like, yeah. Yeah, it is. Chi-Chi? Yep. It's Chi-Chi and Baiju! Oh, it's been so long since we've talked to Baiju.
Oh, it's you. Is everything okay?
Chi-Chi!
If it isn't the special guest who
Oh,
seldom
jinx.
visit. Less busy than usual, I see.
Hello, Ching Sheng. Little white snake.
Yikes! What happened to Baiju's voice?
That's the snake.
Excuse me? The neck. Oh, it's just Changsheng.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Welcome, welcome. Here to procure an herbal remedy, I presume?
I mean, I would like to add you to my team at one point, Baiju, but you're Dendro, and you still haven't Dendro yet.
No. We actually came for the conversation this time. We're here to talk food. I'm entering this year's cooking competition, so I wanted to ask you both. Oh, wait, there's 3 of you. I wanted to ask the 3 of you what kind of food you like. Most astutely self-corrected. We shall surely supply our assistance.
When can I get Baiju?
need to know what food I like?
You are asking a zombie child. Like, she doesn't remember too much. Let's be
It's
real.
all the same. No flavor.
Chi-Chi has some gustatory dysfunction and can't taste any food. Make no mistake, she's not being uncooperative.
Yeah, she just...
Oh, I understand. That's fine. Still, I'd expect Chi-Chi to have some sort of dietary preferences, though. There must be some dishes that you like the sensation of.
Sensation? Yes. There's one.
Cocoa Goat?
Coconut milk. Nice and cold.
Oh, not Cocoa Goat.
That doesn't help us. It's not a dish, it's a drink.
Yeah, I
How
think
about
it
you
works.
2? Any thoughts? I like bite-sized morsels of meat.
I agree with Chang Sheng. Many of our patients are the elderly and young children. They find large chunks of fowl or seafood difficult to swallow and digest. Dishes where the ingredients have been finely chopped, on the other hand, are far more suitable for them.
Makes sense.
We also see plenty of people with colds and sore throats who find it difficult to eat rich food. From a purely pharmaceutical perspective, I tend to recommend soups and stews.
As much as I don't like Baiju because of story reasons, I have to say, Baiju and Changsheng from a like an appearance standpoint, positively amazing.
Got it. Would that be medicinal soups and stews?
I don't think that's the case.
Medicinal soup. I don't like it.
I must apologize for having such a one-track mind. It's a little difficult to think about food without worrying about the health implications these days. We've had quite the endless stream of patients recently.
Really?
If you ask me, I think the changing weather is to blame.
Probably.
That's okay. Everyone's input counts. Keeping it seasonal and suitable for all ages sounds like a pretty good idea to Paimon.
Yeah, it's important.
Medicinal dishes have higher demands in terms of nutritional balance than the kind of food I normally cook. I don't usually focus on medicinal properties, but since this is for a competition, maybe I can score more points by taking both flavor and function into account.
Yeah, that would probably work.
Food with substance. Always better. Everyone will like it.
That's a great
Chi-Chi sounds so
suggestion.
bored.
Thanks, everyone.
Poor Chi-Chi.
You're welcome. As long as we could help.
It's great
Good
to
old
have a
Chi-Chi.
doctor's unique perspective.
Hi, Goba.
I'm feeling inspired.
Goba's just still in the background.
Oh, how you flatter me.
Receptivity to sensible suggestions make for a savvy chef. Oh, she is! Creating new dishes is
Look at how
Xiangling's
happy
favorite
Goba is in
thing
the
to do.
background.
You can be
Goba's
sure
so
she'll
happy in the
put lots of
background. He's
care
like,
and
I'm
attention
working.
into it.
Let's go.
Everyone's got their hobbies, and mine is cooking.
Oh, man.
Usually I
Stuff.
just go with my own ideas, but having a whole new perspective this time is sure to make a big difference to the end result. Great! That makes this whole trip worth it! Alright, time to move on to the next. So we've got an independent thinker's perspective and a health perspective. Next,
It better be
I
Chong Yun
think
and
we
Xing Sha
should
next.
probably talk to some picky eaters.
Chong Yun and Xing Sha? It's gotta be those two, right? It's gotta be. Oh, it could be Keqing. But I don't think it's Keqing because lore-wise, Keqing loves all that Xiangling makes. I hope I'm saying everyone's names right, by the way, because, like, I could say, like, Yoimiya and Kujosara and Sangonomiya Kokomi, like, their name's perfectly fine. Like, maybe, like, the Japanese, like, pronunciation, like, it sounds better. But I always have times with more Chinese. Oh, there's Beidou, Ningguang, and Keqing. Of course. Good morning, Viking. How's it going?
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon. And Xiangling.
Hi, Keqing,
Greetings,
another
friends.
best girl.
It's been a while.
Hey, what brings you here?
Beto. Oh, everyone's gathered together.
Has something happened? What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Oh, I'm sorry you feel like shit. Hope I feel better here soon.
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, Keqing. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Why does Ningguang's voice not sound correct anymore? Maybe it's just because it's been so long since I've heard Ningguang's voice, and I've heard Beto and Keqing's voice a ton.
Huh?
Might be it.
Well, for starters, Keqing is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when an opportunity to publicly lambaste me arises. Even when it means giving our poor mutual friend here the cold shoulder.
Is this a bad time, though?
By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume. Then let me invite the great seafarer Captain Beto to
Can't
tell
do
the
much fun.
story, if she would be so kind.
I really enjoy it, but I'm also very biased. I'm going to be honest. I would say like the gacha wise, it's not for everybody, right? Gacha wise, it's not for everybody, and like, some of the characters and like some of the stuff that's in the game, like gameplay wise, is not for everybody. That's for sure. I love the lore in this game though. I really like every single character, every single weapon, every single item has its own backstory, and the stories and even like the limited time events that are in this game are so well fleshed out. Even if it's theorized that these events are only going to be in the game once and then never again, like they put so much thought and care into every single one. And I really, really enjoy it. And there's some events where like even if you miss it and go to a story beat where some people have already met the character, it changes to actually show that you're meeting characters for the first time. Like they think of everything, so I enjoy it. But I know it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Fine. Well,
Okay.
it's a big one.
Sounds good,
right?
Jigsaw.
And such a smooth surface, too. Makes you think there's gotta be a good chunk of jade in there.
It was
Seems to
found
be
by
our
a
Helix
fishing
fossil.
crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years, so the erosion will be what's given it that smooth finish.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a holder of public office. Placing it into our custody will also give them peace of mind.
So, what's inside it?
Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on and haven't managed to even dent it yet. Clearly there's more to it than meets the eye.
Seems
No
about right.
weapon could smash it open. Wow. Paimon doesn't think we've ever encountered a stone like that before.
Watch the Traveler do it.
Keqing has taken an unusually keen interest in this giant stone, which is why we are leaving the matter in her capable
So
hands.
Keqing must know something about the
Let's
stone.
put that
I'm guessing.
aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here?
Hey, there's Goba.
Were you looking for someone?
Goba just walking around in the
Actually,
corner.
we were looking for all of you. We need all hands on deck here.
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
Not again.
No, nothing like that. Paimon's just getting carried away. I just wanted to ask everyone about their food preferences.
Literally just rolling.
Food preferences? That's a little unexpected.
Once again, I'd like to remind everyone that Keqing loves Xiangling's food, but is so tsundere about it.
I have rather simple tastes. Precise, pure, smart, and sophisticated. That is all I require.
That checks out with everyone else's.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words. Is that insufficiently simple for you?
Alright, Beto and Ningguang are like the frenemies of frenemies. It's hilarious. This is the first time I think we've actually seen both of them talk. And I know based on their backstory, like they're both really good friends, but they will take any turn to like bash each other silently. So,
A few weeks out on the open ocean would fix your
Sounds
flawed
good, Jigsaw.
definition of simplicity, let me tell you that.
What about you, Beto?
Me? If it's freshly cooked and piping hot, that floats my boat. If it's got a little chili pepper in there too, I'm one very happy captain.
good night. Take it
Paimon
easy.
thought you would
See
have
you
said
later.
bar food.
Bar food.
Oh, bar food works too.
As for
They're working
me,
there soon.
it's got to be seafood.
Okay, got it. So, seafood, piping hot, and, simple but sophisticated.
A lot of overlap.
And
That's
that's where
true.
I would disagree. Traveler, surely you've heard of golden shrimp balls.
Yeah, we've made quite a few, I think.
Oh my, they're my favorite.
Look at all
You
catching.
need to wash and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips, then deep fry it to perfection. There's no room for cutting corners. They're very
I love the
precisely
fact that
put together.
Catching's
They
so
taste
singular about
pure.
it too.
The presentation is smart, and the skill needed to cook them is highly sophisticated. It fits Ningguang's forward summary to the letter. Huh. So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trills, good food is all the same at the core?
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example. Their essence lies in combining art and nutrition in a single package. It is a dish of true value.
Okay, got it. So Keqing loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that. Did I?
Yep, so Cinder.
No, at least not outright.
Alrighty.
We can all
Thanks
tell.
for all your input. I'll be sure to take it
And
all
then
into
Gomez
consideration.
just shows up. Like, yep, I'm here to
Traveler.
help.
Hi, Mon. Do you have anything planned after this? Good.
What's up?
I'd like you to help me investigate something. It's about this stone.
Gomez just jumping.
You picked the
Sorry,
right
Gomez
people
like
for the job.
stealing the
I
spotlight right
investigate
now,
stuff
dude.
all the time.
My thoughts exactly. The Keqing has a public duty to deliver our final verdict to the fishermen, but there are also some things I would like to investigate on a personal level. I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's roots.
Oh,
My grandfather was a researcher of Liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the Stove God in ancient Liyue, which people paid tribute to at a certain
Goba
time
is
of the
part
year.
of the tribute.
Very
Goba's
few
part of the
written
tribute.
records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title held by the Lord of Geo, but others suggest that this was a different deity altogether.
Why don't we just talk to
One
Zhongli?
folktale even claims that
Zhongli
the ancients
knows.
found the
He's
Stove
the
God's
frickin'
shrine, but there was no
Geo
statue.
Archon.
Only a
Former
huge,
Geo
smooth
Archon.
slab of stone. Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. This stone here has all the same features, so I suspect it could be the one that went missing all those years ago. After
Okay,
many
what's
years
that
of
mean, though?
researching ancient texts, my grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying seasonal tribute to the Stove God may be best described as a festival. He called it the Stove God Festival. That would make it the forerunner to the Moonchase Festival we know today.
Okay.
But this is all just theory and conjecture. To prove any of it, we'd need to start by identifying who the Stove God really was.
Well, why don't we just talk to
Now that
Zhongli?
Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, his successors should continue to respect our nation's culture and traditions, just as he did. That's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shed light on our history, revitalize an ancient tradition, and possibly prove my grandfather's hypothesis along the way. With any luck, we'll nail all three in one fell swoop. It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central theme for this year's festival. It makes me wonder. Maybe a divine will is at work behind all of this.
Also, for some more lore for Chad who doesn't know, Keqing was also somebody who did not believe in gods and believed that it was all kind of like falsehoods and that people were just being stupid about it. And then after the events that happened in Chapter 1, it's like between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, but Chapter 1 mostly, she suddenly just goes full belief.
3 birds with
This
1
is
stone,
Pretty
huh?
great.
That's pretty efficient, even for Keqing.
But I'd like to help. No, Commissioner
Hey,
Xiangling.
don't worry about that. This sounds super important, so don't mind me. Besides, we're only... Wait a second. I got it!
What? Why are you shouting?
Keqing, can I tag along for your investigation?
But
Since it's all about the Stove God, I might get to learn something useful about cooking along the way.
That's
It'll
also
be
fair.
great inspiration
That
for
makes
me in
sense
the
why Xiangling
competition.
and Keqing are both in the same park.
Please let me come along. I promise I'll help.
if it means that much to you... Okay, I suppose you can come.
Really? Yay! Thank you so much! You're the best!
The most
Now that
stoic
that's
of
settled,
thank
time
yous.
to get going.
That's the
Qingce
weird part of
Village
this
is
game.
said to be home to a lot of historical texts, so I'd like to start by making some inquiries there.
Alright, then it's off to Qingce we go!
Cool. Dang, really? We're just really going all over the place? Usually the store stuff doesn't take too long, but interesting. Oh, let's talk to Granny Rosen. I don't know how to pronounce Chinese
we need
names.
your help with something. Are there any old books around Qingce Village? You know, from a really long time ago?
Like a really, really long time ago.
Looking for ancient texts, are we? Let me think. There is an old warehouse over there, property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Many books are stored inside.
Why don't we
Those
just
that
talk to
they
Xing
have
Sha?
no
Xing Sha
room
knows
for
about
at
tons of
home.
books.
In fact, their youngest comes over this way to read sometimes.
Xing Sha.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Xing Sha.
didn't
Oh my
know they
gosh.
had a warehouse
I say Xing
here.
Sha.
Let's
That's how I.
take a look.
That's. I can't say Chinese names. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Bad at it. I forgot what Mondstadt's technically based off of, but I remember Liyue is based off of Chinese culture. And
I'm being robbed!
It came from that direction. Come on.
hello! I have fire arrows. How do you guys feel about fire arrows? Meanwhile, I have people from definitely the wrong area doing this. Boom. What up, Shang? Got a minute?
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before, but this is the first time I've run into these crooks.
Are you
Where are the
alright?
treasure hoarders here, though?
I am, thanks to all of you. Hey, wait a minute. You're the traveler, aren't you? And you're with Lady Keqing. An honor. Truly an honor.
We'll try not to take up too much of your time. I understand that this book warehouse is the property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Could you advise whether we might find any text relating to the stove god in this collection?
The stove god? I heard that's the Lord of Geo, right?
Huh? Really?
Yeah, a friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. We use stoves for cooking, and stoves are built from rock. Some people
That's
think
fair.
that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo. And that's why they call him the stove god.
Seems logical enough.
Yeah.
But
fair.
do you have any books on the topic?
I'm sorry, I'd have to ask the young master about that.
Oh, any questions? Please, ask away.
There he is.
Hey, it's
Long time no
Chung
see.
Yun
And Chung Yun! Let's go all of
Hello,
Liyue,
one and all.
friends. Oh, yeah, by the way, in case you don't know who Chung Yun is, because Chung Yun's technically not shown up, in, like, the main story. This is kind of cool that it actually pops up. Essentially, if you've done his hangout events, you've met Chung Yun and you're good friends with him, but here's the Spark Notes version of Chung Yun. He's essentially an exorcist who's never seen any demons, and that's because he's filled with so much yang spirit energy that he scares off any demons within like mile radius. However, he also has due to the energy inside of him, he has to eat cold things and keep himself cool, because if he gets hot, he starts getting ballistic
Hey
and
guys,
angry.
what are you doing here?
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading. And then I thought, why not bring Chungyun along too?
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
I see the Yuheng Keqing is with you. Whatever brings you here must surely be a matter of grave
Meanwhile,
importance.
Goba just chilling on the
Master
fence.
Xingqiu, if I may be so bold, do you happen to know if there are any texts on the subject of the stove god among this collection?
Since I personally selected which volumes to store here, I do have some recollection of their contents. If my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, which mentions the stove god.
Interesting.
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way. Xiang, I will take care of things here. You're free to go about your own business.
Bye, Xiang.
They're back! So did you find it?
Hopefully you guys
Yes,
did.
Master Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying the legends of Liyue does indeed mention the stove god. However, it says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun, and claws to command fire and teach the ways of wisdom. Receiving the gift bequeathed unto them, humankind cooked food with fire, and thus did they prosper.
Mm-hmm.
The body of a dragon? The stories about Rex Lapis say the same thing.
Which she
That
technically...
much is true. But this is the only passage in the whole book. If we want to find out more, we'll have to continue our investigation. There's nothing further to discover here. It seems we'll have to look at other options.
I come from a long lineage of exorcists, and our family too has amassed a number of ancient texts. Now that you mention the stove god, I seem to recall reading somewhere that this god once appeared at the Guili Assembly. Of course, I can't say if it's true or not.
Interesting.
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given topic will give a different account.
Which
I
is also
apologize
fair.
that we could not help in a more substantial
But
capacity.
I think Changyun is onto something, so we should
Your
check it
help
out.
thus far is quite ample.
Meanwhile,
Liyue is a vast and
Boba's
rich land.
just walking.
All things that existed here in the past have left their trace. So long as we do not abandon our search, it is sure to bear fruit eventually. Thank you all. We will continue our investigation elsewhere.
Hold up. I had a question too. Xingqiu, Chongyun, could you tell me what kind of food you like?
Food? Oh no. You're not thinking of taking part in the Masterful Chefs, are you?
Changyun's
Yeah, I
scared.
totally am. What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
He hates
Xiangling, this is a major event. I beg you, please don't cook anything strange for this competition.
What do you mean strange?
We know.
Mushroom slime stew, to give one example.
That's also fair.
Okay, fair enough. That dish isn't my most popular. But that's why I'm doing all this research, so I can create some really special dishes to win everyone over.
Well, in that case, I like cold food.
That's because you can't handle hot and spicy, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
So this is something I was talking about earlier, actually, regarding like the lore in Genshin. If we have not done Changyun's hangout event at this point, I wonder if we learn if Changyun would explain it to us that he can't handle hot food, or if it just immediately cuts to here. I don't know, because obviously I've done nearly everything in this game so far. So
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes with minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and broth, seafood or freshwater fish, either boiled or steamed. These kinds of dishes I am most partial to.
that's fair.
No surprises from the Goo Goo Geek. Okay, another mild child. Got it.
These are just personal preferences, and everyone's are quite different. Are you sure this eclectic mix of opinions will be of any use?
Of course. You're my customers, and putting a smile on customers' faces is my calling as a chef.
Yeah,
Though
everyone has different
Xiangling's
tastes.
market research blade stabs often into the dark, her heart never strays from the noble path.
If anyone can win the hearts and minds with their cooking, it's gotta be someone like Xiangling. She's got pure intentions and really cares about the customers. No, where's all this praise coming from? Knock it off, guys. You're embarrassing me. Sorry for holding you all up. That's all I needed to know. Shall we carry on with the investigation now?
Probably.
Over to you, Keqing. Where to next?
Probably where Changyun said, right?
So we've
I'd
learned the
imagine.
stove god allegedly made an appearance at the Guili Assembly. But today that place is largely a wasteland with few traces of human activity. Wangshu Inn is close by, so let's stop off there on the way over and see what we can find out.
Yeah, good point.
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways. May your journey be a smooth one.
It's nice to see all the
Yes,
people
best
from
of
Liyue,
luck.
though. It's
If
been a
you
while
run
since
into
we've
any
seen that.
difficulties, come and find us. We'll be only too glad to help.
Thanks,
Let's go!
everyone.
Next stop, Wangshu Inn!
Good stuff. Good stuff. Smiling and Xiao. I mean, once again, Zhao probably knows. Right?
There's Yanxiao!
Hello, Young Xiao.
Oh, traveler. Who are all these people?
Friends of ours! Allow Paimon to introduce Xiangling, Guoba, and Keqing!
Keqing? Of the Qixing? She's the,
Hi.
No need to be so
It's not
nervous.
that,
We understand
it's-
that she's pretty.
I mean, I'm just your typical commoner. I've never met someone as high up as the Yuhang before in my whole life.
Look at that strong body, those powerful hands, and honest eyes. This guy must be a really great chef.
Isn't this guy still
So
learning to be a
is there
chef?
something I can help you with? You've come a long way out to end up at Wangshu Inn.
Let me fill you in.
Here's information. We're looking about the stove god boy.
Okay, I see.
Legends claim that the Stove God once appeared at the Guili Assembly. As Wangshu Inn is the oldest extant building in this area, any historical texts from around these parts are likely to have ended up here. Is
Yeah,
there a
probably
room in
knows,
this
right?
inn for storing books? And if there is, do any of them mention the Stove God?
Well, now that you mention it, we do have a fair few ancient texts here. I remember looking through an old recipe book once. I just need to remember where they're all stored.
Probably in the
If
basement.
you're happy to wait here for a few minutes, I'll go have a look right away. Oh, traveler, there's something I need to discuss with you.
What is it? We need to pay up or something?
What? No, I wouldn't take your money. We're all friends here. I just wanted to ask if you had the time to make a satisfying salad for me.
A satisfying salad? What for?
I'm pretty sure I know who needs
Yeah,
it.
guy who hangs out on the roof terrace, you know? Good-looking fella, not too tall.
Shh! Don't you think he can hear you?
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, you know who I mean. The boss told me to take care of him, but this guy, let me tell you, he is one tough nut to crack. He usually turns his nose up at everything that isn't almond tofu. But the boss tells me you once made him a satisfying salad, and it all went down so well. So I was thinking, could you teach me how to make it too? That way, I'll have something else in my arsenal.
Sure.
Oh, so this is for show! You guys really look after him, huh?
Well, that's life, right? You gotta look out for your own people.
Yep.
All right
Gotcha.
then. Wait right here. I'll be just 1 minute.
I'll make that satisfying
Clock is
salad.
ticking! 59, 58...
Don't do that, Paimon. That's so
Sorry
annoying
for the trouble,
to deal
traveler.
with. Don't mention
Okay.
it. We're good. Alright, let's we'll make that
Here you
satisfying
are.
salad in a moment.
Thank you ever so much.
Well, while
While
catching...
Keqing's reading her book, let's make that satisfying salad. Xiangling, what are you gonna do? I'd love to come watch too, but I don't want to get in the way, so I'll just stay here with Keqing. Okay, shall we go then?
Go ahead and get started. I'll just watch from over here. I only need to watch you make it once to have it committed to memory.
Don't worry, I got you, dude. I got so much stuff.
All right, thanks for that. I think I've got it now.
No problem.
You got all the steps down, right?
Have all of it.
Of course. Don't forget, I am the best chef around these parts.
Let's go see what Keqing and Xiangling are up to.
See if they figured out anything. Probably did.
Keqing, Xiangling, we're back!
I was confused.
You finished cooking? Good timing. We finished our reading too.
Yes, I totally cooked things.
Useful or no?
Useful. There is a passage concerning the Stove God, and it's not what we were expecting. I quote, 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. Many were settled there, where they hunted in groups, farmed the land, and made their living from what the soil yielded. When the Stove God descended, one god became many, all of which were the height of children. As does a star when it descends into the world, so the Stove God went out among the common folk and taught them to create fire. With fire, the people at last learned to make hot food, and they dined on rice congee and cooked meat thereafter.
Interesting.
This is a radically different account from the one given in Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, and also a conflicting one.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
God became many.
I think it's just talking about
there was
the
more than one stove god?
the Geo Archons.
Taking the text at face value, that is what it says.
Creating multiple different gods. That's what I'm
Went out
thinking.
among the common folk and taught them to create fire. So did the stove god really go and teach people how to cook firsthand?
Interesting.
Now that's a god who truly cared for their people.
Very true.
So
Very
we've
true.
got two leads, but they contradict each other. How do we know which one to believe?
Why don't we just check
By
both?
continuing our investigation and reserving judgment for now. Thank you for this text, Yanxiao.
It's my pleasure, really. Think nothing of it. If anything, I should be thanking the traveler. Listen, you've helped me an awful lot. Not just today, but in the past, too. I want to make it up to you properly, and as it happens, things are pretty quiet here today. So I'd like to take the chance to treat you all. What do you say? Will you stay for a meal?
Absolutely.
Wow, he sure sounds confident in his cooking. I like that. Confidence is one of the best ingredients a chef can have. I really want to try his cooking. I say we take him up on his offer.
Thanks for the time,
It's
Keqing.
hard to refuse a generous offer like that. Yes, I think we can fit this in. Yanxiao, we await your culinary creations with great anticipation.
I won't disappoint.
Such a good guy. Such a good guy. Go take a seat downstairs. Oh yeah, you have another quest. We'll do those later. There's a lot of quests I'm missing in Genshin right now, but we'll worry about those later. Sorry, buddy.
Everybody, please be seated!
You think you own the place?
I'll sit here with Guoba.
Oh, you finally said something.
Here we are. That's everything you ordered.
There's golden shrimp balls.
It all smells amazing. I think I've met my fellow finalist.
She's in love with him. Jesus.
Beautiful.
There's golden shrimp balls, Keqing.
Strange. I never would have guessed that such a gifted chef worked here. This inn isn't particularly known for its food.
Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn, but the fact is it's much more than that. We have to cater to all aspects of daily life to make this a true home away from home.
Very fair. Very
Please
fair.
enjoy your meal at your leisure. I should get back to work now.
Yanxiao, are you taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs?
Huh? You too?
Yup, I've signed up already, and I've got my eyes on the prize. Your cooking's delicious, Yanxiao. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the final.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I'll see you there.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
Power move.
No, it seemed more sportsmanlike than that.
Yup, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent, and it showed he has a level-headed personality. That's the kind of chef that could be a match for me.
When can he be in the
I
gacha?
haven't had any competitive cooking experience since my cook-off with Brooke in Springvale.
Lead us on, you rise to the challenge.
You're too kind. Guoba, what are you doing?
Surprised face.
Guoba's eating the...
Those were Keqing's. How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Oh, my golden shrimp balls.
Bad. Bad Quoba.
You ate every last one? Guoba, we've been through this. When we're with friends, you gotta be on your best behavior, okay? I'm so sorry, Keqing. I promise I'll make it up to you. What's the big deal? We can just get another plate. After all, it's Yanxiao's treat today. It's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go back and change the feeling of despair as your food is snatched away from right under your nose.
Damn it,
Dining
Guoba.
experience
Damn
is
it,
a
Guoba.
trinity of emotion, food, and atmosphere, and you've got to have all three to make it work.
I have to say, now that you mention it, that is a very accurate appraisal of the situation.
She seems so
I'm gonna
depressed.
make it up to you, Keqing. Is there anything you want to eat? Anything at all. Whatever it is, I'll make it for you.
Hmm.
Golden shrimp balls?
I don't have high hopes for this. Truly, I don't want her feeling guilty. Okay, I'll let her do this for me. If you insist, there is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me. It's an old recipe from my grandfather's notes.
No problem. May I see it?
I'll get it to you when we're back in Liyue Harbor.
Okay. Or Keqing.
Traveler, have you finished eating?
Yep, I have a
Before we
big
do
stomach.
anything else, let's head back to Liyue Harbor. I need to fetch something.
Okay. Just going around doing things. Returning to Liyue Harbor. And just back to the teleport waypoint. It's interesting. We're just learning about the Stove God. Keqing. Let's see what's going on.
I need to go home to fetch my grandfather's notes. Let's meet at Wanman Restaurant later.
There's probably a few days from now at this
I'll go
point.
get everything ready. Traveler, what about you? Are you gonna do your own thing for a while, or do you want to come in and have a seat?
I actually have something to discuss with her. You go ahead. We'll join you later.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, more stuff with
Traveler,
Keqing. Let's go.
come here for a moment. I need your advice on something. What do I need to do to get along with Xiangling?
What do you mean?
Seriously? That's what's stressing you out?
What's so strange about it? Why are you looking at me like that?
You're super smart, and you're always so sure of yourself. Paimon thought you'd never need advice from anyone about anything.
Fairly true.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Xiangling's always so warm and friendly with me. And this time especially. And now she's desperate to do me a favor. So, is that supposed to mean... we're friends already?
Yeah?
I'm just not used to dealing with people who are so warm right from the get-go. How exactly am I supposed to respond to that?
You smile back once in a while.
Um,
Because you have a great
okay.
smile, Keqing.
Noted. Thank you, Traveler. I'll see you again shortly.
No problem. Keqing is tsundere to the extreme.
What's making Keqing so self-conscious? Paimon thought nobody would be able to get under her skin.
Oh, what does Xiangling think? It's interesting. Over here. Hey, there's something weird going on between you two? Are you long-last lovers? Hi, Guoba. Guoba's just... Okay.
Hey, grab a seat. I'm just running through my ingredients to see what I'm missing.
Can I ask you a question real
We're
quick?
gonna do this now?
Hell yeah.
What is it?
Come on, can explain.
This is your idea! Why you gotta dump it on Paimon?
Because you're the one who can speak clear sentences.
Okay,
I can't.
so back at Longshu Inn, we noticed you and Keqing were getting along pretty well. So you really like hanging out with her, huh? Yep. Keqing's good-natured and easy to be around. The kind of person everyone wants to know, right?
True.
You're a braver person than Paimon. The first time we met Keqing, Paimon found her pretty intimidating.
She does have a formidable presence.
You think
It's
so?
true.
I remember thinking straight away that she was really easy to get along with. Didn't you see her sneaking treats to Goba back at Longshu Inn?
Really?
Yeah, she's great. We know that now. We're just talking about first impressions. First impressions? Oh, okay. Hey, have you guys eaten grilled shellfish before? They can be hard
I think
to
I've
crack
actually
at first,
have eaten
but
grilled
they
shellfish
taste
before,
amazing
honestly.
that way. We've eaten shellfish before, but I don't think we've ever tried eating them grilled.
Yeah, I think I actually
Oh,
have in
you're
real life.
missing out. I'll grill some for you another time. But anyway, Keqing's like a shellfish. Maybe a little closed off at first, but once you get to know her, she's got a soft and squishy side too.
Yeah, she's tsundere
Not
to
to
the
mention that
extreme.
even after her favorite food was
The
stolen away,
extreme.
she was still happy looking after Guoba. I'm really grateful for that. You make a good point.
And Guoba's like, what the heck is going on here?
Intuition for people seems really spot on. Is that why she took a liking to Keqing so quickly?
Probably.
All
We're
right,
friends.
let's see. We're okay for carrots and crab, and we still got some ham and mushrooms. I wonder what Keqing's recipe is gonna be.
That's a good question.
What was that noise?
What was,
What's
yeah,
going on?
that was a dragon
What
sounded.
That bird is huge! Ah, it's the ladybird!
Excuse
Oh,
me.
hello.
One shall not be addressed, and one shall be known
Oops.
as Adeptus.
Sorry, Cloud Retainer.
Whose name should you...
Cloud Retainer.
Why is it
Does
skipping
sound
when I
like an
press
Adeptus
square?
name.
Sorry.
Well spoken. One shall let this young lady's enlightened words atone for the ignorant ones of her friend.
Sorry about
A
Paimon.
while it has indeed been, traveler. Does one surmise correctly that you hasten hither to partake in the Moon Chase Festival?
Yeah.
Ah, so even the illustrious traveler has been summoned to attend the Moon Chase Festival. As expected, this year's theme stands proud against the test of public scrutiny.
Seems like it.
The theme? You mean Feast of the Bounteous Land?
The very same. Moon Chase Festival falls during the season when many cooking ingredients are ripe. Hence, it is a fitting time to enjoy the finest of foods. One noticed the relative pomp and ceremony with which this year's affairs are being conducted, and could not abide.
I love how
to
there's one
stand
guy who's just
idly
cheering
by.
at Cloud Retainer. Hell yeah, Adeptus,
Let
let's
it
go!
be known that one's culinary proficiency and ingenuity is uncontested in all the world. Thus does one now appear in this
I'm sorry, Cloud
realm,
Retainer is a
that
chef?
those who inhabit it might witness one's latest creation, a supreme cuisine machine.
Oh my gosh, Cloud Retainer can cook?
A supreme cuisine? What?
Don't worry about it.
What's a supreme cuisine machine?
Is it something that was made from
Patience.
Samir?
One's purpose here today is to meet and to greet. Nothing further. All shall be revealed before your
Dude,
very
everyone's
eyes
just staring at Cloud
when the
Retainer like,
time
what the heck?
arrives. Traveler, you are one who has witnessed much of the culinary world. When the day comes, one would be most pleased to see you in attendance, offering your most vociferous ovations.
Will do. We seem to have a knack for talking
So
animals.
we're officially invited?
Hell yeah.
That which is implicitly understood needs not be made explicit, let alone official.
Very true.
I shall say
We're
no
famous
more
everywhere.
and dwell here no longer. Await my word. Be there or beware.
Don't worry, we'll be there, because I'm addicted to this
Bird
game.
always disappears just as quickly as she shows up. Wait, not Bird, Adeptus. Hey, wait! Isn't she technically an illuminated bird, though?
I'm on
She
Shush.
seems like someone very prestigious and very talented at cooking.
She's a bird.
She
Birds can do that?
definitely loves her food.
Oh yeah, she's the one
What
that...
are you all huddled together over here for? The Adeptus left already.
Yay, Keqing's back!
Hey, we're still talking.
Sorry I kept you waiting, Xiangling. This is the recipe from my grandfather's notes. They're not in the best condition, so rather than bring them out of the house, I just transcribed the recipe.
Where does Keqing even
Unfortunately,
live?
the texts my grandfather worked with were very old, usually faded, damaged, or both. Some parts are missing from this recipe, too. Do you think you'll still be able to work with it?
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. Give me some time. I need to look into it.
Sorry for the trouble.
Got time.
You're all here? That voice sounds familiar.
On you?
Sorry to interrupt
Long
your
time no
conversation.
see, on you?
I was in the area buying a few things, and I heard the disturbance, so I felt compelled to come take a look.
Hi,
You
Ganyu.
mean Cloud Retainer? I saw her too. She just suddenly showed up right in the middle of the street. Whatever adeptal power that was, she certainly knows how to make an
Good
entrance.
old Ganyu. Oh, dude, we haven't seen
Keqing,
Yanfei either.
You saw her too? Do you, have a moment? I need to discuss something with you.
What is it, Ganyu? Has something urgent come up while I've been out?
No, it's nothing work-related. I wanted to ask about,
Is there a love triangle
something
going on right
personal.
now?
Is that okay?
A personal matter? Involving me? Surely I haven't done anything improper.
Keqing, you're
recently.
fine. It's Ganyu.
Please, Lady Keqing. This is really important to me.
Oh, okay.
Keqing
I
and
noticed
Ganyu.
Cloud
Oh my
Retainer
gosh.
was here for quite a while. Did she say anything about me?
Oh, never
when I was
mind.
About your childhood? No.
He likes to
nothing
do that
at
a
all.
lot. But we know. We
What?
know.
Really? Whew. Thank goodness.
She just really
I was
wants.
getting really worried. Once she gets talking to people, she tends to go off on all sorts of tangents. So I
Good
was
old
worried she might have
Ganyu.
bored you with some stories about me.
Your name didn't even come up, so you've nothing to worry about.
Such a good...
Keqing, how are you not asking a bunch of questions right now? There's obviously some
Paimon,
juicy
shush.
gossip here. Aren't you
Traveler,
curious to
me?
find out what it is?
Don't know. Ganyu... No.
Please, no. Don't do that to me.
Of course not. Whatever it is, I'm not curious and I'm not going to ask. If Ganyu has a secret and she wishes to keep it that way, nobody should make it their business to try and get it out of her. That's just basic decency, is it not?
Paimon.
Yes, ma'am. Paimon will never bring it up again.
Paimon.
Keqing, thank you. You're so kind and considerate.
Good old Keqing.
I've always seen that in you.
What's that got to do with... Honestly. Go on.
Everyone
you
loves
should be getting back
Keqing,
now.
dude. Everybody
Oh my,
loves
you're right.
Keqing.
I should. Okay, everyone. Please
So,
excuse
who
me.
have we not seen from
I should
Liyue?
get
We
back
haven't
to
seen
work now.
Zhongli and Yanfei.
Take good
Those
care
are
of
the only
Keqing
two,
for me.
right?
Hey, what are you trying to say?
And the other person, the
Don't
Dendro
worry,
person,
Ganyu.
who we haven't met yet, and I don't know
Hope to
when
see
we
you
will
again
meet them.
soon.
But they're supposed to be the first Dendro character we'll ever use in Genshin, so... There you sound like...
Just ignore her.
Hey, everyone. I just had an idea.
Which
It
is?
only occurred to me when that Adeptus showed up. Do you think the Stove God could be an Adeptus too?
Possibly.
Ooh, could be.
I don't want to assert either way, but it seems highly likely.
In that case, we should go ask the Adepti about it. I think my master might be able to help.
Master? You mean your teacher is an Adeptus?
Uh-huh. She's over at Yujing Terrace. Come on, I'll introduce you.
Wait, who is your master? What? Granny. Or Yanfei. It's either Granny or Yanfei. It's gotta be Granny. Right? It's gotta be Granny. Who else could it be? I mean, like I said, it could be Yanfei. Or Xiangling. Xiangling, it might be there. Like, once again, Xiangling would make this a whole lot easier. But it's probably Granny. It's Granny. Let him ping.
Master!
Hello, Xiangling.
Madam Ping is Xiangling's master?
I know.
I did not expect that.
Same. Very much the
Master,
same.
how are you keeping these days? Are you well?
Oh, very well, thank you. What a surprise it is that you all had the time to come and visit me today.
Hi, Madam
Hello.
Ping.
Master, we came here because we have a question for you. Do you know about the Stove God?
Of course I know the Stove God.
Does this mean you know them personally?
Ah, I see. It's the Moonchase Festival, isn't it? How interesting. So you came to hear some stories about the Stove God.
That's right.
Correct.
We're investigating something that happened recently.
Here's the stuff about this stone.
I see. The great stone surfaces. And so you open an investigation. I must commend your guesswork this far. I did indeed know the Stove God of whom you speak, but it was a great many years ago.
Who is that?
Moonchase was originally a rite observed by the Adepti, not something in which the ordinary people of Liyue would ever partake. But over the years, they have sought to emulate it for themselves many times, giving rise to various festivals bearing the Moonchase name. On nights when the moon shone bright, everybody would get together for joyful reunions. There would be fine food, fine wines, and choice teas.
Nice.
Later, Rex Lapis unified all of these various festivals under the Moonchase name to honor an old friend of his.
Aww.
In short, the heavens were our witness as we vowed to the moon to come together in joyful solidarity, to remember the past and reflect upon the present. That is the meaning of the Moonchase Festival.
Rex Lapis.
All comes back to him, Keqing.
That friend made many contributions to Liyue, and Rex Lapis would not have them go unrecognized. Turning this season into a commemoration of his old friend was also a way to honor that friendship. I can only presume that the Stove God Festival was one of the many subsumed into the Moonchase Festival.
That sounds about
In
right.
the hands of Rex
honestly.
Lapis, our nation's traditions were faithfully upheld. It is to their detriment that we must now be the ones to inherit this duty.
Ah, Keqing, I simply won't allow you to be so down on yourself. Nothing would delight Rex Lapis more than to know that those who follow in his footsteps continue to value these traditions and are working tirelessly to do them justice.
It's fair.
Thank you.
Lady Keqing.
What up,
Lady
Lilith?
Keqing. Lady Ningguang wishes to speak with you.
Ningguang's looking for me? Must be important. Please excuse me, everyone. If I'm not back soon, you'll find me at Ningguang's office.
Okay, this must be the cutoff for the event, I guess. For right now, at least.
There she goes. Keqing's a lot more serious when she's got her work face on.
Yeah, that's the face we know
Do you
best.
want to know who Rex Lapis's friend was?
Sure.
Oh, hi, guys!
Stove God, right?
Yes, precisely. There are few genuine coincidences in the world. The story of the Lost Festival and the old friend are indeed one and the same. The Stove God was a good friend of mine, too. What a pity it is that the god is now gone both from the world and from people's memories.
Yeah, pity indeed.
How could that happen?
That's a good
It
question,
is
too.
to everyone's regret that the Stove God passed. But gods cannot be fully destroyed, and we made a pact to wait until the land became fruitful once more. For perhaps the Stove God would then return.
Everyone seems to really care about the
albeit
Stove
in a
God person.
New form.
I wonder who they are.
Really? Master, you must miss the Stove God a lot, right? From the way you talk about it all, it sounds like you were the best of friends.
Yes.
The best around!
Looking back on it
No one's
all,
ever gonna
there
bring
are
us down.
many fond memories. I'm pleasantly surprised to find that Keqing is investigating this. She is a tenacious child, and anything she sets her mind to, she will diligently pursue. It warms my heart and makes me want to give her a helping hand. Unfortunately, however, I cannot simply give her the answer, for the process is of great importance to her.
Yeah, she wants to go through the entire
Keqing's
investigation.
grandfather once researched the Stove God, and now she follows in his footsteps. Since Keqing has inherited this conundrum, so too she must inherit the journey to its resolution.
Fair point.
You knew Keqing's grandpa?
Yeah, she's been around for ages.
Of course, I count all the people of Liyue among my good friends. I remember when he was the same age as Keqing is now. So young. Grandparent and grandchild are definitely made from the same mold, both diligent enough to take on anything and bold enough to see it through to the end. I like to think of Liyue as my own little potted plant. I've watched it grow and blossom, and it grows more beautiful all the time. In the blink of an eye, the buds of yesterday are in full bloom today. It's wonderful to see. For new blossoms must bloom on the branches if the tree is to remain evergreen and ever young. My dears, you are absolutely right to focus your investigation on the stone. It is, as you suppose, the lost statue of the Stove God, and within it lie all the answers that you seek.
Hell yeah!
I should like to see the stone for myself if you would lead me to it. Perhaps the truth will emerge even as we watch on.
You probably will. So you want me to take you to the stone? Check the mysterious stone, because it probably is like an egg of some sort. I'm guessing the stone like might crack and become like somebody just gets birthed from the stone. That's why there's a helix fossil on there.
You're all here. I was just about to send someone to fetch you.
What's up?
Keqing, has the stone undergone any changes?
A crack has appeared in one corner. but we still can't tell what's inside.
What happened? Did someone chip it while no one else was looking?
Doubtful. No weapons can
More
break it.
likely a natural occurrence. Our weapons have had no effect on it.
How would a natural occurrence crack it open?
This is because the stove god draws power from the actions of the masses. The heat of a busy kitchen, the joy of a reunion. Keep up the good work, and the truth will rise to the surface soon enough.
Sweet.
All the books say the stove god is the deity of food. So is the stone opening up because everyone's cooking for the festival?
That's possible.
Statues draw power from their people. So, if the stove god has dominion over cooking, could it be that the passion people put into their cooking gives power to the stove god?
That makes
Ningguang and I
sense.
chose Feast of the Bounteous Land as this year's theme, and now every chef signed up for the competition is busy preparing. Paimon's theory is not an unreasonable one.
Seems
Plus,
legit.
A lot of families have reunion feasts around this time. With everyone back home, the whole city's bustling with people, and that adds a lot to the festive atmosphere. So if the stone cracked because Liyue started getting festive, that must mean that when the festive fever peaks, it'll bust right open, right?
Seems
That's
like
gotta be
it.
Right, Master?
Well, we'll have to see then, won't we?
Exactly.
Okay, the fact that cooking is involved gives us a perfect opportunity. The selection phase of masterful chefs will be held indoors and seen by only a few people, but the finals will be held outside in public. Everyone who wants to will be able to come and watch it. The atmosphere will be incredibly lively, no question.
Then the stone will break
When
open.
the finals end, boom! We'll get to see who the stove god really is, right?
It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, very possible.
Well, I've already signed up, so I should be able to help.
Yes, for a chef as accomplished as yourself, getting to the finals should be a breeze.
Plot twist, Xiangling doesn't get to the finals.
Competitions is making Paimon hungry. Oh, Paimon can't wait. It'd be great if Paimon could take a nap and then wake up when it's the finals.
Not how it works, Paimon. Not how it works. There we go. Part 1's done. So what are we looking at then? Moonchase Tales. Fire 1,000 festive fever. So there's Racine test run. Okay. So we got some more stuff that we're gonna need to do. So I guess as we do things, more festive fever happens. But we're not gonna do those just yet. So we started the main quest, but we'll stream this again relatively soon in order to like keep things moving. So with that, there's only a few things left I want to do, stream-wise. First and foremost, we're just gonna use up a lot of our resin. Actually, no. I'll do the resin stuff off stream because I've shown that off a ton. Ayaka's birthday was today? Yeah, technically yesterday. Ever since we parted, I still think of you from time to time. Recently, I discovered a new trail, which turns into a sea of pink when the flowers bloom. You can see fireworks from there, and there are snack shops nearby. If you have time, I would like to invite you for a stroll. You're probably tending to something important at this moment, right? Every day we move forward towards our goals. Each step must be more steadfast than the previous. Only then will we be able to reach them. There must be something in this world that only you can achieve. The same goes for me, so I must stand my ground and do my duty to the best of my ability. Please don't push yourselves too hard. Do take care of yourself and Paimon. Traveler, if I may be so bold, this may be a little sudden, but I would like to see you today. If you don't mind, please meet me under the sakura tree tonight. The moonlight is beautiful during this time of year, and I would love to admire that. Here's the thing. I wish that there was a way to do all that, but, like, I don't think there is anything you can do. It makes me sad. Anyway, there's this. This is the last thing I want to show off before we end off the stream. Oops. I mean, that doesn't... This one actually doesn't matter. So this is essentially an event that goes on. I'm going to just do the code here real quick. There we go. So unfortunately, you guys will not be able to see this, but I'm going to read this out for everybody, so that way you guys can get an idea of what is going on. Okay. So an unforgettable journey. So this is essentially a tale that tells what has happened overall. So I'm gonna just do this real quick. We're gonna enter the theater, and I'll probably revisit this a few times. This is gonna be going on until October 12th, but I'm gonna read this out for you guys so you guys can kind of hear it. So on the first day the game came out, on September 28th, 2020, you came from another world and became a traveler in Teyvat. In order to find your brother, the journey begins. Anchor aways. You've been on the journey for 362 days. Relive all of your best moments in Teyvat. Anchors away. On September 28th, 2020, you obtained the power of Animo, using it alongside Paimon to defeat... Oh my gosh, things are going fast. Oh my gosh, there's so many Hilichurls. Hold on. I want to show this to you guys. I'm going to have to set something up probably next time, actually. So I'm going to keep this going. Well, I'm going to end off the stream actually right now. But I want to show you guys what it looks like rather than just this. So I'm going to work for next Genshin stream so that way I can show you guys how it looks. And that way we can go with it. So I'll get that all set up next time. With that, I'm going to end off the stream because I got a lot of stuff to work on until tomorrow. So we'll be back, of course, tomorrow. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name is Katafi. I'll see you guys next time for some more Ready Gaming. See you guys later. Peace. Bye, everybody.